Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to this Thanksgiving edition of my power rankings. Now, I'm recording this the morning of Thanksgiving. I'm hoping to get this out before the first game, but this might be coming out during the Lions Packers game. But these rankings and this video was made before any of the Thanksgiving games this week. Also, if I seem a little tired, it's final exam time right now. It's last couple weeks before my final exams. I've been working hard, studying hard, so thank y'all so much for still tuning in. And I've also been dealing with a little sore throat, but we're making it through. We're gonna have a great Thanksgiving this year. And stay tuned to the last uh ranking, my number one ranking, to also see my number one Thanksgiving food ranking. Alright, let's put up the washed up for this week. All the teams, they're all teams that have been washed up that are irrelevant. There's another team that has been added on. Only one team added on this week. It's the Vikings. Like I said a few weeks ago, it doesn't matter which quarterback on this team is starting for them. They are not going to be a successful team because these quarterbacks are not going to do it for them. They are now washed up. Now, number 25, go very close, very, very close to being washed up and going down 2 spots is the Raiders. The only reason they stay in my power rankings is because they fired Chip Kelly. That made me happy. That was a good move. They stay in the power rankings because of that, but they still might be washed up next week. Number 24 is the Commanders. This team really needs Jaden Daniels back. They say number 24. Number 23 is the Falcons. This team is not getting their quarterback back. They say number 23, or they move up to number 23, just like the Commanders moved up 1 spot. The Cardinals stay where they are at number 22. Let's see what they can keep doing with Brissett. Maybe Marvin Harrison comes back this week. He might not. I doubt that he will, but he's going to help him a lot when he comes back. Now, at number 21, going down 2 spots, is the Panthers. They moved down because a team that was behind them last week, Steelers, gets their quarterback back. And yeah, that's really it. Nothing changed from that 49ers loss. I didn't, none of my views changed on them. But they need to use Rico Dowdle more and run the ball more. Number 20 is the Buccaneers going down 10 spots. Now, Baker Mayfield is out right now. That's why the Buccaneers are moving down 10 spots. But this is exactly what Baker did with the Browns to destroy his career there. And then he had to rebuild it back up. And he's done that very well. But he needs to stop doing this. His last year with the Browns, he played injured all year. He played terrible that year. Then a couple years later, he's on a podcast saying, "Oh, I was injured the whole time they gave up on me." If you play all these games, nobody cares if you say you're injured. If you play, you're good. Because everyone's dealing with something. So if you play, there's no excuses. "Oh, I was injured. Oh, this. If you're going to play and you're going to play bad, just sit on the bench. You're not doing your team a favor by playing bad. Let the backup get in. Don't get injured even worse. Get healthy for the playoffs. Don't mess up your team and don't mess up your health because it makes you look dumb and it makes you look like a worse quarterback than what you really are. So don't make that same mistake again, Baker, which got you taken off the Browns. Don't do that to the Buccaneers. Number 19 is the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers comes back, they move up. Number 18 is the Bengals, moving up 8 spots. Joe Burrow finally coming back. Honestly, I haven't came out with my quarterback rankings in a while, but if I did, Joe Burrow would take that number 1 spot from Mahomes. He is my best player in the league right now. And yeah, he's big time. He's big for this Bengals team. He's gonna move him up so much, but that defense still hurts him a lot. So they only move up to 18, not close to my top 10. But let's see what they can do today against the Ravens. Number 17 is the Texans, a team that doesn't have their quarterback, but their defense is playing way better than the Bengals. Maybe the second best defense in the league behind my number one Browns right here. Best defense in the league. But yeah, Davis Mills has been really impressing me. And Texans go up to number 17. Number 16 now is the Bears. Move up 1 spot. They have a really big matchup this week against the Eagles. They can prove to everyone how good they are. And I wouldn't be surprised, even though they're at 16, that they win that game. That really would not surprise me. Like I've been saying, pretty much all these teams from 16 to around 10, and even really farther than that, maybe to about 2, honestly. From 16 to 2, a lot of these teams are pretty close, and there hasn't been too many teams. Only been one team this year. If you've been watching me, you know who that is. There's only been one team that's really set themselves apart. So a lot of these teams are very close. The Bears are at 16, but I would not be surprised if they beat the Eagles. Number 15 is the Chargers, moving up a spot. They move up a little bit just because, just like the Bears and some other teams, because the Buccaneers moved down so much. Jaguars actually moved down. They moved down to 14, or they actually move. They moved down to 14. Trevor Lawrence, I just cannot trust him. I trust Bo Nix even more. The Broncos are at 13. I forgot his name for a second, but don't worry, I know who Bo Nix is, and he's definitely a lot better than Trevor Lawrence, so he takes the Broncos up to 13. Number 12 is the 49ers, and I kind of thought about moving them down below the Broncos after that terrible Brock Purdy performance, but they were still able to win even after that terrible performance, so they're going to stay right at 12. And by the way, I forgot to mention for the Panthers, let's bring their schedule back up. Last week I said the Panthers might could lose out the rest of the season. Let's put that 49ers game in red now because they've lost that one. And like I said, Saints, that could be a win, but it's a divisional matchup. They might lose there. And the Panthers, like I said, are looking like they might really lose out for the rest of the season. But let's get back now to where we are. At number 11, the Colts stay at 11. Now, I'm not using this loss to put them down, right? I wasn't like, oh, you lost. Can't get into my top 10 now. They still can. They can still make my way up to make their way up into my top 10. But as of right now, they're gonna stay at 11. Just because, like I said last week, and I've been saying for the whole season now, I can't trust Daniel Jones when the moment matters the most. And you saw that when he threw into triple coverage during the second half of that Chiefs game, and they could not get any offense going late in that game. So Daniel Jones still is not clutch, and he's still not the quarterback that's going to move this Colts up into my top 10. Number 10, moving up with a quarterback I trust more than Daniel Jones, is the Cowboys, going up 5 spots. Now, I have the Cowboys helmet here. I'm not a Cowboys fan, all right? I live in Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm a Browns fan, so don't think I'm biased to the Cowboys. I'm not. I'm not a Cowboys fan. But like I said, I trust Dak more than I trust Daniel Jones. This offense is just crazy, right? They have so many pieces. The defense is finally starting to play better. So if the defense can keep this up, they're definitely a top 10 team. I don't know if they can. We'll see. We'll see today. It's going to be a huge matchup. But this defense, if they can keep it up, the offense is going to take them far. So I want to show something here. The most points per game in the entire league, Cowboys are at number 1. 380, or sorry. That would be crazy if they scored 387 points per game. I'm talking about yards per game. The Cowboys have 387 yards per game. If they had that many points per game, they can just shut down the NFL season. But 387.3 yards per game for the Cowboys, 384 yards per game for the Colts at number 11, and 381.8 points per game for the Bills. So you see the Cowboys, or yards per game. I keep saying points per game, yards per game. So you see the Cowboys are just a little bit ahead of the Colts. So really not too much, right? It's not a difference maker there, but I think the Colts have a better defense, but the Cowboys definitely have the better offense. Definitely have the better quarterback. I keep jumbling up my words here, but so the Cowboys overtake the Colts by a little bit with that good win over the Eagles. And now, even watching that first game, if you watch that, the Cowboys felt like they should have won that first game versus the Eagles, but although CeeDee Lamb drops, yeah, and they should have won that game. They win this one, so I think it does show how good the Cowboys can be, but I don't want to overreact too much and drop the Eagles too much because these are divisional games. Stuff like this can happen. So don't overreact too much and put the Eagles down too much. But yeah, I've been saying all year that I don't expect the Eagles to have a crazy record at the end of the year because they have so many tough games. But let's keep going. Number 9 is the Packers, also playing today. I have them lower than the Lions. Let's see what happens during that game. Remember, I'm recording this video before the game, even if I might post it mid-game or something, but I have the Packers lower than the Lions. Let's see. Maybe they can prove me wrong. I think they're going to lose today. Number 8 is the Seahawks. They're pretty hard stuck right here, honestly. This is a great team, but Sam Darnold, you can't really take them much higher. The Bills drop down 5 spots, number 7. They are too inconsistent this year. They go to number 7. Number 6 is the Lions. A few spots ahead of the Packers. I think they get the win. Let's see. Number 5 is the Eagles, dropping down just 1 spot. They lose to the Cowboys, but like I said last week, there's so many playmakers on this team. In close games, I know they lost that one. It's hard to bet against them in close games. most of the time because somebody can do something big for this Eagles team, and they were winning big early in the game, so it's not like they got blown out or anything. It was a close win for the Cowboys. Eagles dropped down to number 5. Number 4 is the Ravens dropping down a couple spots. I just want to see a big performance out of Lamar, and maybe they can move back up. But Lamar is really what's going to carry this team. So if he's not playing at his best, they're not going to be at the top of my rankings. So they dropped down 2 spots to number 4. Number 3, in the first time really that they've had that I've had a new coming, right, trending team that wasn't in this top 10 last year, probably wouldn't have been in the top 10 last year, to be this high. It's the Patriots going up 4 spots to number 3. So there's been so many teams. The Steelers, people were hyped up about, the Colts, the Broncos, the Seahawks, and I have not moved any of them up too high. But the Patriots are the first team that I do. I move them up to my number 3 spot. This is an all-around great team. They're feeding Travion. It's working. Vrabel's got this team so much better. Even better than I predicted. I think I predicted them 10-7 before the season, and I thought I was doing them, a favor, right? I thought I was gonna be like, oh yeah, see, I'm right about the Patriots. I know they're gonna be good. Well, they're doing a lot better than what I thought they would. Now I don't think they're gonna end the season with this crazy record that they have, but they're definitely one of the best teams in the league. They're at number 3. Number 2, I didn't want to do this, okay? Trust me. Believe me. I did not want to do this. The Chiefs move up 3 spots to number 2. Okay? I thought before I made my rankings, I would have the Chiefs staying at number 5, even with that win. But like I've been saying, there's so many teams that are kind of around the same level, and I would understand if you moved up teams different ways. And when there's so many teams around the same level, and you have a team like the Chiefs that they have such a good defense, and they have the offensive weapons besides really the running back position, and they have Patrick Mahomes, who hasn't been playing his best, which is kind of why I wanted to keep them at 5, because he has not been playing like the best we've seen out of Patrick Mahomes. He's not been playing like a top 2 quarterback of all time, which he is. But it's just, I still believe in Mahomes, and I want to put them at 5. I really do. But there's no other team that has made a lasting impression and gone out of their way this year and gone crazy to pass up the Chiefs, honestly. Besides my number 1 team, who's really set themselves apart. And for the 5th week in a row, I have the Rams at number 1. Now, I've been seeing the last couple of days, people are starting to come around on the Rams, right? You start seeing some people put the Rams at their number 1. Well, I've had them there for 5 weeks in a row, and it would have been 7 if Puka didn't get hurt. So everyone else is finally coming around to the Rams. I've known for a long time this Rams team has been the only team to set themselves apart this year. And if they stay healthy, they are the best team in the league, for sure. Rams stay at my number 1 spot. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. If you watched this far through, let me know what's your favorite Thanksgiving food. Now, I'm going to tell you, like the number 1 Rams, there's a couple Thanksgiving foods that have set themselves apart for me. You're not gonna know this. You know what? No one's gonna have told you this ever before. You gotta get some jerk chicken. You're gonna need some oxtail. You need some rice, and you need some mac and cheese. Okay. Now, a little mac and cheese. I never had that for Thanksgiving with my jerk chicken, but you gotta throw that on there. But if you're searching for some Thanksgiving food and you don't want turkey anymore, I'm telling you, get some Jamaican food. It's gonna be the best Thanksgiving food you ever had. You gotta try it. Just believe in me. Eat some Jamaican food today. I know I'll be eating it. Ever since I had it a few Thanksgivings ago, it's really all I can think about on Thanksgiving. But thank you so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for supporting the Sandbar Playbook. My name is Aiden Agizio. If you want to watch another video, you can click here. If you want to subscribe, you can click right here. So thank you so much. Make sure you comment what you thought, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.